Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into this show today. Now, today's episode, we're talking about one of my favorite things in this game of credit card and bank promotions, and that is promotional offer stacking. Specifically, I'm going to go through and give you an example of how I was able to stack a few offers together to take $1,000 from KeyBank and even left $600 on the table, believe it or not. More importantly, how you can do this as well, the things we should look out for, and why this is important. So, of course, if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, as always, if you're new here, not only do we focus on credit cards primarily over here, we also run on the bank, which is the second channel, focus on bank promotions, and profitable.content.com, which is the channel's blog, which also does credit cards and bank promotions plus the news, hence profitable content, everything you need to know. So I'm a bit of a degenerate. I try to sign up for get $5,000 in credit card rewards a year, $10,000 from banks and $10,000 in referrals. And it's admittedly been harder this year all the way around. Harder. I haven't been approved straight up for a credit card this year at the time of taping, and it's like late August when I'm taping this. Bank promotions, slowly creeping my way to 10,000, but it's getting harder. And referrals, while I have hit 11,000, it's still significantly slower given the programs that have been gone away. So this stuff like this, matters more that we're about to talk about, this stacking opportunities. And, this is also like the cashback equivalent of here's my tour of my overwater villa, So anyhow, what are we talking about? So KeyBank, a while back, we did a promo video on it. We did a blog post on it. It may or may not still be out when you're watching this. It'll be on the website if you are, my website. But anyhow, they had a promotional offer that started out for business accounts. Now, again, KeyBank isn't everywhere, so the point of this is more so just the strategy and the thought process, the things to look for as opposed to just run out to your KeyBank. If you have one, you should do that, but anyhow, so they had an offer for business accounts, right, that started out as like, hey, you got to come in branch, which is not uncommon for business accounts, and then, you deposit. I'll put it on screen for you, right? You have a happy person signing up, maybe watching the second channel. Maybe she just found this channel. Making fun of happy people is something we do on the second channel. If you like that, you should definitely watch the other channel. But either way, she found this channel. She's looking at the offer, and you can see $500 after you deposit $5,000 and maintain the balance for 90 days. It's not that bad of an offer given the payout and the length of time you have to lock it up. So easy enough, right? That has me written all over it. And so I went in and scheduled my appointment to go in branch and open that up. Now, in the comments of Dr. Credit, which is a site we all probably frequent, I saw some folks saying, well, when they were in branch, they opened up the credit card as well. But for whatever reason, none of them said there was an offer with the credit card. They just said, hey, I got an offer this credit card. I was like, why would you open the credit card for no reason? Didn't realize there was also a credit card offer as well. But more on that in a second. So you go in, you make your appointment. It's always easier to make an appointment, open that up, no problem. And then on the table, the banker has, a flyer that basically says, hey, here's all the things I'm selling. They're looking to steal all your business, right? So they had this offer for a business checking account. They had a credit card, which did have a promotional offer. We'll talk about it. And they even did have payment processing as well, which we will also talk about. So that really takes this $500, and even if you're on the fence and being like, well, I don't really think $5,000 for 90 days is worth it. Okay, fine, but if you start to add in this other stuff, now it becomes more worth it. So we've got $500 from the business account. Next up is the credit card. She says, are you interested in this? I said, of course I'm interested in this. KeyBank Business Cash Rewards Card. Now, again, a lot of these regionals, you cannot open this stuff online by yourself. So you'd have to go in. And if you went in, I don't believe you're going to let you open this card on your own, because this is one of those applications that you're not approved at the desk. Mine had to go to back office for review. I think most of them do. It's how PNC does it and, regionals like that. So, but anyhow, you can see, it's a 2% card, which is fine, but you're going to get $200 back with $1,000 in spend. So easy enough, right? Now we're up to, it's a no annual fee card as well. Also, 2 happy people with their card in hand, so we're doing pretty well on happy people. Now we're up to $700. And the thing about these offers is that while the banker's not really going to tell you this, they may or may not know, a lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times when they're trying to steal away all this business, it could be for personal as well, but a lot of steal away business in general, these offers are going to be soft pulls and not really, because I didn't get any credit pull for this. Of course, it's a business card, so it's not going to report to personal credit, but I didn't get any hard pulls for this, which is helpful, when you're trying to get your inquiries down, perhaps, as mine are quite high. And it's basically going to be like if you open the checking account, you can fog a mirror, we'll give you the card. Might not be a high credit limit. They only gave me $1,000, but guess what? I only needed $1,000. Spent exactly $1,000 the day it came in the mail. Paid property taxes, and then the rest, a little bit more on an Amazon reload because of the processing fee and property taxes. I couldn't quite get it to an even thousand, but knocked out $1,000 in 10 minutes, if that. So easy enough, right? And of course, I think I got $15 back or whatever, and 2% came out to be, I think. So either way, $215, no big deal. Now the third offer I did not end up doing, but you could, again, more happy people, get a $600 statement credit with a new Key Merchant Services account. This is basically payment processing if your business facilitates payments and things like that. A little bit harder to do. I've never had any luck with these. That's why I didn't do it, but certainly people do them. The way to do this would be to, one, make sure that you don't have to buy a point of sale hardware. You can do it through online. If you look at this next page, this Clover point of sale options, you can run it through online. But again, there are fees. So again, you primarily, if you didn't want to get the hardware, then you couldn't do a swipe transaction. So you'd be looking at the right side here, which is 3.5%. That's where those people would start charging you credit card fees. And then, of course, 15 cents per transaction, and then monthly fee of $16. So, I mean, you'd have to set it up, do that, then cancel. And the way people do, you never want to run your own credit card. So you'd want to, run a friend's credit card. The most optimal way to do this would be to both sign up. One person gets a new credit card, spends $5,000 on your processing fee, you spend $5,000 on theirs and a new credit card, you both hit intro offers and you get these. Yes, there'll be some fees, but again, now you're just stacking even more as we're going. I mean, honestly, if you both did this offer together, you could both run each other's key cards, something like that, right? So that there's options. I do know a handful of degenerates in my Discord, channel member Discord, that I could probably trust to do this with. Very few people, but I've never had luck with these. You can see it does get pretty involved. So I did not do this one. But that right there, I mean, you can see if you did all those, I mean, you're looking at like $1,300. So, where does the rest of the money come from, you might ask? Well, KeyBank also has a personal checking offer that's online only. Now, I keep applying for this one. They keep denying me, probably because it's the third or fourth year I've tried to do it. Now, I've heard from a good friend that he was able to go in branch with his wife, I believe, and the back office the banker was able to call the back office, apply the promo code manually. I did ask this banker. She's like, no. She was very nice. If she's watching, shout out. But a lot of times what I do, because I use my real business to sign up, it makes people a little bit concerned. We didn't even think I get approved for the card, but again, researcher told me it's no hard pull, so I thought I had a good chance. So either way, she was like, no, I'm not doing all that. I can't get approved online. However, I came home. I was like, you know what? Now that I'm a KeyBank customer, I bet you I can apply for this checking account now. And lo and behold, I was able to apply for the personal account. They direct deposit $2,000 to get $300. I did a real direct deposit again for my real job, and they posted like less than a week later. There you go. So that's how I got $1,000. So overall, I mean, it could have been more. It could have been $1,600 if I wanted to do with a payment processing deal, but there you go. Now, funny enough, just personal story on the personal account, they ended up locking my account the next day, which is hilarious. And then they don't tell you. They did mail letters home, but they don't tell you until you phone in. They're like, now you have to go to a branch and show them your ID. And I was like, now I know the answer. There's no getting around this, but just to see what they'd say. I'm like, well, that's interesting because I was in branch 2 days ago. I went on a Saturday, what's the deal? And I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, this is the personal account's locked down. I'll tell you, but they're all under the same profile. It's fine. It got unlocked in 2 days, but it's just like, if you ever wanted to show that personal and business are separate products and they don't talk to one another, like these, process and policy is not meant to deal with reason. They're like, I don't know, you could have been there 2 days ago, but now it's locked. It's just the craziest thing. So either way, look, again, it's not really to like say, oh, hey, how cool, I mean, $1,000. I mean, it is cool, but it's not like a show off thing. Really, the point of this is, as we said in the beginning, this game is getting harder. The world is getting smaller, as they say in Pirates of the Caribbean. But offers like this, when they come around, they're very important because they offer us I'm going to say shortcuts or fast paths to a quick amount of money with removing some of the roadblocks. You know, I've seen this before at Wells Fargo. I mean, it was a while ago, but I've seen it here and there. These pop up, but you know, when they do pop up, a lot, you know, again, the knee jerk is like, well, it's not really worth my time. Because they go, no, but like $1,000 is probably worth your time, or $1,600 is probably worth your time. Again, if you don't want to do the payment processing, I totally understand. But overall, you know, it's for someone who hasn't gotten approved for any new credit, or just one other credit card that had to be a credit card like this, where they don't do credit checks. Instead, they prove it based off of like how much money you have in a business account. And in this one, well, you know, as someone trying to get $5,000, these offers become more important. So whenever we do have a decent story about being able to stack together a bunch of offers, I do like to highlight this. And again, if you wanted to do payment processing, there's even more of an ability to stack if you have a, you know, a wife, girlfriend, family member, really good friend who you trust, who's in the game. You could both get new cards, swap each other's cards, do the processing, and you both hit intro offers on these cards. Yeah, you're going to incur some fees for sure, and you're going to have to like phone in and cancel your payment processing once it pays out. But even still, let's just say it costs you $100 round trip, still $500 plus an intro offer. And really, you know, these that's why these are so important. So I will definitely try to keep my eye out for more of these. Again, they don't come up too often, but they are getting more important in the game to get these. You know, when banks are looking for sales, let's give them some sales. So overall, there you go. That is my KeyBank story. Let me know down below if you were able to do this one, if you find the reward stacking, you know, interesting, or are you still not sold on the bank promotions, credit card offer, combining all of it. I'd love to get your thoughts or your comments down below on all of it. But anyways, guys, if you like this one, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel. We're posting content just like this every single week. Of course, I run every single day over on profitablecontent.com. That is the channel's blog. As we've said, it's always linked down below for you, as well as the channel homepage. Of course, we'll post news stories. All of these offers, the personal one, the business one, that they're live, they're still over there. That's where you can find them. Of course, we have credit card offers. We don't have KeyBank cards, but we do have some of the blue chips as well. But anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.